Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 secrets of vibration that can totally transform your life. Now I believe that this video can change the lens through which you see the world and help you understand at a practical level how you can be the person that you prefer to then receive the reality that you want in life. Now with this video, it's under the understanding that everything is vibration. Now this is something that quantum physics is showing us. This is something that's been known for a very long time, that everything is vibration, and the thing that separates one thing from another is just simply a different rate of frequency. So the idea behind this is knowing that when we start to understand this, we can really start to edit certain parts of our life. We can start to look at certain behaviors we have. We can look at certain ways that we think and how that gets a different result in our life than a prior or a different behavior. Now, the first secret has to do with understanding that whatever you are tuned to, you are literally becoming and you are matching. So think of this in the form of any of the friends that you're around. When you are around friends, when you are around certain people, you literally start to entrain your mind and your thoughts with them. You start to become more like them. And that's why they've always said that you are the result of the 5 people that you are around the most. That is because at a vibrational level, you start to resonate with them. So the idea behind this is to always be around people that inspire you, always be around people that raise you up so that you at the same time can raise your vibration. Now another part of this could be simply the television. Anything that we consume, once again, we are literally becoming. If we consume television that's on reality TV about some like towing company and all the drama that happens when they tow people's cars, the idea is that seeing those emotional triggers in other people are at the same time allowing us to emotionally trigger the same thing in our own mind and in our own body. So the idea is to once again monitor the kind of things that we're consuming, because as we do that, we start to gain power over our own vibrational state and we start to become more at the cause rather than the effect, because we aren't reacting as much. So think of it in the form of television you watch. Any channel you are tuned to, you are literally becoming. So begin to start to be aware of that and start to watch things that actually lift you up. Now the second secret of vibration has to do with understanding that what we put into our body, we are literally becoming. Like literally when we eat, the food gets broken down and it becomes a part of us. So if we put nutrient-rich, dense foods into our body, live enzymes, what we are doing is we're making it much more likely that we alkaline our body, which is very important in the process. When we are feeling and we have an alkaline body, we are less likely to get sick. And think of sickness as something that brings your vibration down. Think of viruses and disease, it brings your vibration down. When you keep your body in an alkaline state, you remain in a good feeling space, and at the same time your body will be much healthier. So be aware and once again edit what you are putting into your body, because as you do that, you'll find your vibration will begin to rise naturally. It could be the foods that you eat, and it could also be simply doing exercise that elevates your heart rate. It could be doing things that help your breathing deepen. So sometimes I'll do something that's called the Wim Hof technique, which is where you breathe very deeply and then you hold your breath. And what that does is it lets out the CO2 in the body and increases the oxygen, and then you feel really good and very clear after it. Maybe I'll do a separate video on it. Let me know if you guys want me to. But the idea is that there's certain techniques we can do that can allow us to raise and elevate our vibration. Now, the third secret has to do with understanding a process for which we can create and experience the reality we want. So under the old interpretation of we create our own reality, it's more so understanding that we select the reality through an infinite number of parallel realities, and what we do is we then resonate and experience the result of that. So it's less about the creation of it, it's more about the selection of it and the letting in of it. Think about it in the form of a television set, and you're watching a certain channel. If you don't like the channel you're on, you will change the channel, but you won't go in and you won't try to change the channel that you're watching. Now, the reason this is because when we look at it from the point of parallel realities, what we'll notice is that every possible reality you can imagine exists right now in this moment. And the only reason we aren't experiencing the realities we want is because we are not tuned to the realities that we prefer. We may have certain beliefs which have an electromagnetic charge, which have a certain vibration that don't resonate with it. We might be experiencing emotions that don't resonate with what we want, or taking action that doesn't resonate with the reality that we want. So the idea is that we must align all of these. We must align our beliefs. We must do that so that we start to get on the track of the vibrational reality that we want. So we switch the channel. Now, I'm going to share with you 3 ideas with this that can allow us to bridge that gap. It has to do with beliefs, imagination, and emotions. Now, the idea behind this is that we can use our imagination to both have the kind of beliefs that we prefer. We can imagine creating certain reference experiences. We can imagine certain memories in the past that reaffirm certain beliefs for us. So maybe it's a belief that says that I am worthy. It's a belief that says that I can have the kind of abundance that I want in my life. And as we imagine these memories, we are literally activating and charging those beliefs with power, with vibrational energy. That's the way we can think about it, at least. Now what we can do is we can think of feelings. Anytime we are feeling into what we want to experience, we are activating the vibration and the frequency of that reality. So the simple step process of what you can do is you can start to realize that we must align our beliefs to the reality that we want to experience. And that in order to do that, we can use our imagination to imagine reference experiences of having that belief. We can feel like that is already a part of who we are. We can imagine the best version of ourselves, and as we do that, we start to activate those beliefs within us, and those beliefs carry with it a frequency of the reality that we want to experience. Then at that point, as we pretend like that is happening now, as we feel that within us, we are literally activating those frequencies and making it more a part of who we are. So in essence, we are becoming the reality that we imagine. So the power of this process is understanding that everything we want to experience in our life is within us, and all we must do is match our beliefs, match our imagination, and also at the same time our feelings to that, and eventually we will experience the outer reflection of that. So that's a simple process that's really transformed my life, and it's really changed the way that I see everything, because as I look to everything that I'm doing in my life, I can see whether it's raising my vibration or it's lowering it. So what you can do is understand that you can pay attention to what you're consuming. You can pay attention and know that anything that you are tuned to, you are literally becoming. And as you start to edit it, as you start to put good foods into your body, you will start to feel different about yourself. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste.